Hey everybody, welcome back here for another video once again. Now, okay, Thor Love and Thunder trailer came out on Monday. And I know I have been talking about it for a while, or they're not dropping the trailer, when is the trailer gonna come out, they put out toys before the trailer, all these things I have said. So naturally you would think, okay, I would immediately jump onto the bandwagon to give my thoughts about the trailer. Well, I decided to wait for really two reasons. One, because a certain controversy came out of that trailer that is a part of this video I'm going to have to talk about. I'm going to have to address that. And I wanted to see what would happen with that controversy if it is, well, certain people had something to say. I wanted to see if anybody else was going to respond. I wanted to watch and see what happened before I put in my 2 cents. Alright? And the second reason is that I watched the trailer and I said, okay, let me watch it another time, give it 2 days and watch it again, and just to make sure. But I pretty much had my own thoughts down pen the first time around. So let me go into my review for this. Well, just a quick little thing about this trailer. Right now, let me tell you the things I actually liked, some of the things I kind of like, and some of the things otherwise with it. Right now, first off, what I liked about the trailer was the music and the song. Alright? I really did like this song. It was by Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine. I thought it played really well with the trailer. It was really nicely done. I liked the song that accompanied the trailer. I will give it that. I really did like it. Alright, as for the trailer itself, it was pretty generic, to be honest with you. It's what you really get, what you kind of come to expect from Marvel. You had all the different visuals and the CGI and all these different things, and apparently it had Zeus or somebody holding some kind of golden lightning bolt or something, so we may get to see other gods in it and thing, and traveling to different worlds. So that was pretty generic. I did like seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy in it. I think they may play a bigger role in this movie. I really do hope so. I think they have another movie for them coming up, so it was good to see where they are and in conjunction to what's going on. Right? What I will say though is that this trailer is showing off, I shouldn't say showing off, it is showing a certain aspect that you find in all these Thor movies and even in some of the Avengers movies also. The trailer focuses on Thor, and by Thor I mean Chris Hemsworth Thor. But like I said, ever since the first movie, Thor is always trying to find himself for some reason. Yes, we get to see Fat Thor working out and getting back into shape and all kind of things. So he's back to being Thor, and he puts down Stormbreaker and goes off the train and thing. And he's talking about his his superheroing days are over, and what is he going to do now, and what's looking forward. And the trailer shows things like not every god has a plan and all this kind of thing. But Thor always trying to find himself, always looking for himself, always hoping to see himself. It's getting a little played out now and a little monotonous, to be honest with you. It's like, you're Thor, God of Thunder. What else do you need? That's it. That you could find other things to do that don't always have to involve you having to go on some spiritual walkabout to find yourself or something. It's just really ridiculous at this point. But that's what we're getting. When the trailer was going on, I was thinking to myself, okay, we're seeing Thor, and then at the end we got Lady Thor when she catches the Mjolnir. I will be honest, I don't like this character, as in Lady Thor. I don't like her. I don't like the outfit design they've given to her, but I will give credit where credit is due. Natalie Portman's arms look jacked. She clearly beefed up a little bit for this role. Because if you remember, when it is she was handed the hammer by Kevin Feige on stage to announce what was going to happen, she could barely hold up the thing. It's to tell you she could barely hold up the hammer, so that's to tell you. So clearly she put in some work and, jacked up her arms a little bit. I mean, not like she come out like a bodybuilder or anything, but you're seeing some muscle definition there and her arms look bigger. So I will give credit where credit is due. She did that. As for King Valkyrie, come on now, man. The term resting bitch face seems to fit that. I mean, you're not already established yourself as King Valkyrie. God forbid you call yourself Queen Valkyrie, because that would be problematic. No, we mustn't address anybody like this. You could, you're a beautiful woman. You could have sat on that. You see her sitting on a throne. She could have been there in a lovely dress or something, so looking dignified. They said she's sitting there with her face screw up like, God, I have to listen to these men. I mean, come on now, man. Put a little effort into it. Now, a friend of mine sent me this right after the trailer came out. And let me address why this happened. Now, during the trailer, you have Star-Lord telling Thor that anytime you feel lost, just remember what I do and look into the eyes of the people you love. And he was looking at the Guardians, and Thor keep trying to come into his line of sight, sort of thing, and he keep trying to get away from it. And then, it was funny. It was humorous. The reason for it is because Thor was trying to make himself included in the Guardians, sort of. I mean, anybody who's watched Ragnarok, the last Thor movie, or any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, will know that, this kind of humor is pretty common for them. It's sort of like when Mantis touched Star-Lord and she revealed that he was in love with Gamora. Yeah, with Gamora, and Drax started to laugh at it. It's like that. It's that kind of humor that makes the show interesting. Well, God forbid you ever have anything interesting in Hollywood again, because woke Twitter grabbed that and ran with it. Right? They literally grabbed that statement and ran with it. And they started to push that what was happening there was some sort of gay love scene between Thor and Star-Lord, even though nothing about that scene had anything to do with that. So, who did Twitter decide to attack? Chris Pratt, aka Star-Lord. And why did they decide to attack him? Well, he hasn't done anything wrong as far as I am aware. Absolutely nothing. Man hasn't done anything, hasn't said anything, nothing like that. But he does have 3 aspects about him that make him the enemy for Twitter and all those other woke weirdos out there. 1, he's a man, so that's a problem. 2, he's white, so that's a bigger problem. And 3, he's Christian, so that's the biggest problem of all. I covered in my video I did about when X-Men comics tried to claim that Jesus was a mutant, how they always go after Christians but they won't go after anybody else. Well, because Chris Pratt is a Christian, apparently they're trying to paint him as some sort of homophobe or some kind of ace or whatever it is. So Twitter came alive with this. I want to give a shout out to Master of the TDS on Twitter, and he posted up all these total, forgive my language, but dog shit tweets from these absolute lunatics who are going after Chris Pratt, right? So let me take a look at some of these, right? Here's one. Chris Pratt having to play a character who flirts with Thor is exactly the revenge I expect from Taika Waititi. God, I hate Chris Pratt, but I'll take any gay/bi representation in the MCU at this point. Chris Pratt probably was so close to call Taika the F slur during shooting for making Peter kinda gay. Again, none of that actually happened. None of it. Here, this next one. F this movie, I'm not giving 1 cent to Chris Pratt. You were never going to see it. Don't lie. You were never going to see it. These so-called people who appoint themselves as fans were never going to see it. These are the people who call for all sort of gay and bi representation in every shitting thing, no matter how much it ruins the characters, because that is all that they become about. They lose all sense of interest, they lose all sense of character, all sense of development, and the only thing you must focus on is their sexual orientation. So when you hear these absolute lunatics come out and say that they're not going and pay money to watch this and hate and how much they hate Chris Pratt, and Chris Pratt is coming like, you were never going to watch it. Your entire job is to be an anarchist, to be a problem, to cause this kind of shit. And Master of the TDS says it quite correct here. People trying to cancel Chris Pratt, calling him homophobic and laughing at him being forced to be gay with Thor, even though that never happened. This is the audience you wanted, Marvel. Exactly. These are the kind of lunatics that Marvel, DC, and other brands appeals to. And here's the funny thing about it. Here's the truly funny thing about this. Even these people don't like woke shit. Even they don't like it. They will come on Twitter and talk about it. Yet they will never go to the cinema and actually go and pay money to watch it, to support the very shit that they're talking about. They won't do that. That's a problem. Also the fact that, they have no money because they work nowhere and this is their only job to sit online and post dramatic shit like this. That's one. Two, they know doing this sours and spoils everything. So they don't support it, they don't. But they come out there because they want to be part of it. It's the same thing with this kind of hive mentality. That is it. Because 10 idiots say something and you want to be a part of this idiot brigade, you jump in. And for some reason, Marvel and others think that these people make up a large majority of your fan base. They are not even in your fan base. To be honest, these people probably make up about less than 1% of anything. Your actual fan base, your actual fans know what's going on. So these lunatics can sit here and talk about how much they hate Chris Pratt all they want. Chris Pratt is a very rich man. He doesn't have to care about you. So my thing about it is, why do you have to go after somebody based on their religious beliefs? Yes, the man is a Christian. What's wrong with that? He's never openly had anything to say against anybody, never openly digest anybody, anything. But you are the ones doing it. You are the ones going after this man. But somehow you want to play the victims. You people are sick. That's what's wrong with you. You're sick. You're pushing an agenda that even you don't like and believe in. But you just want to destroy this man simply for that. The movie is coming out. They did the trailer. Any right-thinking, right-brained, understandable Marvel fan will understand the point of that scene. It was meant to be an amusing, funny scene. But no, you lunatics took it, ran with it, and now you're trying to go after a man for this. This is why you cannot have anything. This is why you ruin everything. This is why wokeness is going to have to come to a bitter end one day. Because you idiots can't find anything plausible in anything. So let me just sum it up for you. Again, as I say, the trailer came out. I think overall the trailer was pretty mundane. Certain things I like I said, the music, seeing the Guardians in it. I will say again, Natalie Portman looked like she beefed up them arms a little bit for this role. Good for her. Apart from that, it was pretty standard for what you would normally get. Your same tactic they always go with. Thor trying to find himself for some reason, you know, the normal CGI this and normal CGI that, but it didn't really give you much. I think probably normally they try to put out at least 2 to 3 trailers before the movie drops, so we may see in the next trailer or whatever happens that they may try very hard to push, you know, Lady Thor and King Valkyrie and maybe the God Butcher. We may get some things about that to see, but overall the trailer was just pretty much what you know, pretty generic trailer. But as for these Twitter mob idiots going after Chris Pratt, shut up now. You all not going to spend any money to buy anything. You have no right to be attacking anybody. I'm not be trying to push some gayness onto the thing. That is not what happened. But the more that woke media runs with it, the more traction nonsense like this gets. The trailer came out, like I said, pretty mundane. I gave my thoughts on it. Certain things I liked, certain things I didn't. Don't go after people like this now. It's pathetic. Alright, that's it for me. Let me know in the comments what you think about the trailer. If you have a different opinion about it, feel free to let me know, as long as you keep it, you know, classy. Let me know. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.